Hello friend, how's it going? So today I'm going to show you guys a little bit of my kind of day. I'm just going to draft here a shirt, so to make a pattern for a shirt. I'm thinking about guys making different kind of videos as well. I'm usually do videos only teaching you guys how to do some process in the shirts, trousers, and whatever. But I'm thinking about showing you guys a little bit of my day as well, how it's a day of a tailor, how it's my own day. So I hope you guys kind of like this way as well of doing content, and in this way we can connect a little bit better. I can show you guys what I'm up to, like this blazer that I'm doing here. This is almost done. You can see the sleeves there. So I didn't show you guys anything about this because I didn't thought that I had something usually to show, because sometimes I wait for you guys to comment on the videos asking for some other things, and there are some people that comment and I wanted to do a video about this comment, but it's kind of hard because I'm a full-time tailor. I just do these videos to help, so sometimes to make a video for a specific pocket, as I was asked to do, I need to have this kind of pocket in my production, because if I only do the video for you guys, it's going to take too much time of my day, and my day here is going to be not going to be able to develop the clothing that I have and finish to the client. So the time that I finish, it would be a little bit late, so the client will not appreciate that. So that's why sometimes I take too much time to make others videos. But my idea here is to make videos like this, because then I can show you guys a lot more, and I can teach you guys some tricks that during your day it's going to make difference. So I'm going to make a little time lapse for you guys here on how I draft my shirts, and that's it. part of the shirt, as you can see. Now I'm going to do the back part of the shirt, and then I'm going to do the sleeve part. The back part is with the yoke as well. So the yoke and the back part we do in one row and we cut all together. So let's go to the back part, let's take more paper and move on to the back part. To do the back part, you need a little bit more paper than the front part, because the back part of a shirt it's longer. So pay attention when you're going to do your own. Trick here, guys, to make this waistline from, let me show you how can I turn this. So here we have, here's the upper part, there is the yoke, and here is the down part of your shirt. So the trick here is you don't need to calculate this part here to make the back part. You can use your front part here to make this line exactly the same as the front part. The only thing you have to pay attention is you have to leave 2 centimeters here and here, because this is added when we are going to do this calculation, because the front part of the right part of the shirt is where you're going to put the buttons. So this is smaller than the left side where there is the buttonholes. So this part here is the front part, and this part here is the back part of the shirt. So the back part of the shirt, you don't add these 2 centimeters to make this transpassing that we do in the front part of the shirt. So you only pay attention here, and you can position your pattern and you just use the guide. Okay. another thing, when you do this back part, you have your yoke in the half. I like to use a complete yoke for when I'm going to put on the cloth. So I redone only the yoke part to having one way just, and this part you can put in the garbage. I don't know how you guys do it, but here I'm used to do like this, and we don't match yokes. Like, let me show you. This is a tiny shirt for a kid, so it's actually my nephew. So you can see here the yoke part, you see it's only in one way. This is how we do it here, only one way. So if I have a pattern that it's going to have the whole yoke, for me it's better. Here's going to be the sleeve, so I'm folding a half because the sleeve is going, after it's done, it's going to be open, so it's going to be a whole sleeve. So when I cutting in the cloth, I like to position the sleeve open. So fold your paper in half and make your pattern. Here we have it, open. The front part above here, it's smaller, so you take your scissors and you take a little bit off. Only in the front part of the sleeve, the back part it's bigger. So here we have it. We have sleeve, yoke, back and front part. This is all that you need to make your shirt. Of course, you need your I forgot the name. It's the color, of course, the color of your shirt. The color, I do it a little bit different. I have already a monogram already done, so I use the same to do all the clients. I can show you a little bit. So here I have it. This is the cuff, and this is the collar and the under collar. So I use this if the client have a 50 centimeters neck. I use to make the measurement using this, you know, so it's much easier because you don't have to do a pattern every time you are going to cut a shirt. So this is a way of make your process faster. And don't forget as well to always put the name of your client in the pattern. Okay, so guys, that's it for today. I'm just showing a little bit of how I do it. It takes about 30 minutes to do this whole pattern thing for a shirt. So when of course you guys are used to do, when you guys are going to start, you have a lot of doubts, so it's going to take a bit longer. But when you get the practice, you can do it faster. So now I have one more client to do, a pattern, and I have a client to cut a shirt as well, and so on. I have a suit to do. As I tell you guys, thanks God, we have a lot of work to be done in this beginning of the year. So I hope you guys like this video, and I will take you guys even more in my journey, in what I'm doing, what I'm up into, and the process, what I'm getting better at, because we never stop learning. Okay, so see you in the next one. Goodbye.